Hello, Fabulous Capricorn. Welcome to your horoscope for the month of November 2018. Looking at life and love. I am your astrologer, Nadiya Shah. Thank you for being here. What an amazing month it is. We have a powerful and active sky. We have big planets on the move, changing signs, changing directions. There is so much here that is going to reach your heart. So let's start with, as we move into the month, a week into the month, that is when a whole lot of things are happening in the sky. First, we have a new moon. This new moon is super romantic, super spiritual, and just downright magical, happening in a part of the sky for you that has to do with friends and groups that you belong to. Now, it is this area of life now where it's going to feel like a friend has facilitated a dream come true. It's not necessarily that they hand you something and that's it. They give you an opportunity and you run with it, which is just the kind of opportunity that you like. Pluto in your sign is speaking in harmony with this new moon. Neptune is speaking in supreme harmony. So we've got that mix of determination, of focus, and of passion meeting this very dreamy energy that will be with us. I do feel as I look at this that this is about going big, like going normally, not even as big as you normally go, but even bigger. And there is something that is very visionary about this energy that I think you are going to like. And friends are very healing presence in your life as well as we move into the first part of the month. And so whether it is that you're connecting with them for spirituality and for spiritual connection, whether it is that you are connecting with them for professional pursuits, all of this very blessed with this new moon. Simultaneously, we have two planets changing signs in a big way. One is Uranus. Uranus will retrograde out of fellow Earth sign Taurus and back into the very foundation of your chart. And what this tells me is that a process that you've been engaged in since 2010 of understanding home differently, changing your relationship to your family of origin, and changing your understanding of your past. Well, there's just a little bit more work to do on that. It is going to be in the new year that Uranus will leave this part of your sky, not to return in your lifetime, well, not to return for well over 80 years. And so for most of us, we get this once in a lifetime Uranus moving through a particular sign. And this is your moment when you had a chance to consider your roots and change them, evolve them, and understand them in a way that empowers you to truly be yourself today and beyond. There's just a little bit more left to do in that work, and that work starts this month. Right around the same time, the other monumental move is Jupiter. Jupiter is going to change signs. Now, there's going to be a whole Jupiter special horoscope that'll be up in the first week of November, so be out on the lookout for that, and that'll be on my YouTube channel. But suffice it to say, Jupiter is moving into the sign just before yours. This is a time of beginning a deeply spiritual phase, and it's also a phase of reward, karmic reward at that. And I do think you're going to like this very much. It's going to feel a little less like you're being driven by restlessness and more like the good things that you have put into place before are now coming back in ways that you don't always expect, but have come back to now bless your life, to return the goodwill that you already put into place. So there's lots to look forward to with this energy. You will notice this energy very profoundly this month because we are in a Mercury retrograde season. And Mercury is going to move over that Jupiter a total of 3 times as part of the larger Mercury retrograde season, activating an awareness here, activating karmic contacts and conversations that end up being deeply meaningful to you and that they change you. They help shift your energy and release what it is that you need. This can be profound, but it can also be something that affirms your sense of being plugged into source, a spiritual connection that will be affirmed this month in particular, but well beyond this month as well. As we move towards the later part of the month, right around the 22nd is when we are going to have a full moon. This full moon is happening in a part of the sky that has to do with your day-to-day life, your workplace, and the people who surround you there, the type of work you're doing. It also has to do with your health-based habits, so the things that you do to take the best of care of you and to feel your very best. This full moon is standing across the sky from Mercury and Jupiter, and also speaking with Mars as well. I feel like there's going to be some awareness for you as to how it is that you are taking care of yourself and where it is that you're ready to do better. As part of this, you may be motivated at this time to change a habit, particularly where it comes to letting a bad habit go so that you can be empowered to move forward. With this energy, workplace stuff does show up as well. Chances are you're going to be very busy at this time. I do think that there's a sense that there's something you're working towards or moving towards that you may not necessarily feel like you can articulate fully, and yet you feel determined. Yet you feel like you want to keep going, that you can't stop, you want to use your days very well. So just channel this energy into what it is that you're doing, and the vision will become that much more clear as you move forward. Where it comes to matters of love, this month, Venus is on the move. So Venus is like Halloween, right around Halloween, depending on where you are on the planet, will retrograde back into the very top of your sky and be there all month. In the middle of the month, will go direct, right around the time that Neptune is going direct. And so I feel like this is going to be a time in a month where a lot of people are going to feel like all of a sudden the lights came on. All of a sudden they see things differently than they had before. Now for you, there are a few layers to this. With the Venus retrograde, it has very much to do with your higher goals where it comes to matters of love, and if this person fits into the higher goals you have for love and the big picture that you have for your life. With Neptune, this is happening in a part of the sky that has to do with synchronicity and conversation. I feel like you may run into somebody and just have a conversation, and all of a sudden everything becomes a lot more clear. What's really been going on with another person? What are the complexities that you hadn't realized? What are the real dynamics? Your own feelings are going to become a lot more clear to you as well. So it's important to just stay open to having those random conversations, because even if it feels subtle on the surface, it will end up being deeply profound to you. And there's a sense of really like as if you've taken some glasses off, where all of a sudden you see a situation, a love situation, very differently than you did before. That's happening right around the middle of the month. For those of you who are open to meeting someone new, well, look, if it is that this Venus retrograde season hasn't really been about love for you, because a lot of us have been connecting to people where it comes to matters of love, but whether it is that, you truly are like feeling like there's nobody right about now, this is going to be some powerful awarenesses into what your expectations have been and where it is that you didn't allow something to flourish that maybe would have had a chance. It is also very possible, given that Venus is going to spend this whole month where she was in early September, well, chances are someone you met at that time may pop up right about now to help you to understand some of these lessons. For those of you who are interested in someone, you're just getting to know somebody, this is going to be that much more important for you, where you realize some other layer to the dynamic between the two of you. And you'll feel like you see this person a lot more clearly than you did before. It may be that they are the person having this, very casual conversation with you. And as you're talking, you're just acting very normal on the surface. You may be hiding it, but inside you're like, oh my God, I can't believe I didn't see that before. And so that can give you a moment of illumination that ultimately you will be grateful for. Either, this is a sky where either it's going to propel you towards another person, or it's going to be like, I'm going the other way. If it is that you are in an established bond, look, this can be a time of, on the one hand, we've got this Mercury retrograde, which isn't always about clarity. Given where it's happening in your chart, it really doesn't speak to clarity. And yet we have Neptune going forward in a part of the sky that has to do with conversation and awareness on a mind level, intellectual awareness taking place. And chances are you're going to have a very important talk with your partner as to the future of the bond that you share. And you'll understand some dynamic that's been playing out. Maybe you felt it, maybe you've been too busy to realize, but chances are there's been something else going on underneath the surface, and it's just now that your partner feels ready to share it with you more fully. And this ultimately can be a moment that brings the two of you closer together. What I love about this month for you, well, look, there's so much to love here, but I do love that very magical new moon in the early part of the month. I think that this is going to be an absolute belief that people are on your side. People want to see you shine. And the great thing is that you certainly are shining bright this month. Well, thank you so much for watching. You can get a video like this every week by logging on to nadiyashah.com. Sign up to be one of my superstars. Superstars get expanded exclusive video scopes each and every week, unlimited access to special horoscopes, and so much more. All of this in the superstar space. I look forward to meeting you there. It'll be a great month. Enjoy.